faster. Oh my god, we're back again!
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
Hello, you absolute bellends.
But nobody could have expected what was to come.
What's up, Pikachu?
Good morning, Paul.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
What's up, guys? Good to see you. Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben the Parvinator, Parvin, here at your service. What's up, guys? How's it going? Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. I'm glad I finally made it. Sorry, I wanted to be here about an hour ago, but I had some crashes with my streaming platform, but hopefully that's all behind us. Hopefully we're good to roll. What's up, guys? So, yesterday, we kind of, I guess we sort of started tugging on two different threads. I'd like to see if we can keep on tugging. That's what today's all about, Tuggin' Tuesday. We're going to tug on those threads. One of those was getting over to New Mauville, which we're supposed to get a generator out of there. I found the entrance to that, but I then headed over to I wanted to try to find a Trico in this game, which you know, I know where they are in the wild because we're doing a special ROM hack for this thing from Zombie Anton. This is PokemonEmerald 386. Lets you get all 386 Pokemon that were available up through Gen 3, all right here in Emerald, and in some really sweet ways that feel very Game Freak-esque. And one of those is that some of the starters can be caught in the wild, a couple others can be traded for. There's some I haven't found yet, so, you know, across those 3 gens. But yeah, there was a Trico that I wanted to try to find, and that brought us to a new area of the game, a real swampy area. And I forget the route number, but we were running up and down that route, and then it brought us to a place called the Weather... what was it? Not weather, like monitoring station. Oh, I forgot the proper title of it. Oh, the Weather Institute. That's right. It brought us to the Weather Institute, where, you know, Team Aqua is they're up to something, man. I don't know what. We've caught a couple grunts outside who told us that something's going on in there. Please don't go inside. Stay away from it. And we went in and we fought like the first 2 folks that are in there to fight. So, yeah, I don't know which one of those to do first. I might, even though we're all the way up where the Weather Institute is, I say we take a walk back down and do the new Mauville stuff, and then we'll work our way back up. I think that's the way we'll roll here. I don't know if the new Mauville thing is actually mandatory, since it let us go all the way up into this, you know, Weather Institute, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, well, let me get the game rolling. Give me just 1 second. I'll have you right in the game.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
That's actually where we're going to be heading, to a new Mauville. Yeah, we popped inside the cave just to see what was up. Well, I didn't know what that entrance was, but had a feeling it was where we needed to be, and it is. Now, like I said, I ended up bringing us all the way up here. Let me show you on the Poke Gear. How you guys doing? I just rolled right into the game, you know, which is okay.
What's up, Pikachu?
It's one way to do it. I was looking for these, yeah. Thank you. All right, so our map. Yeah, okay, if I zoom out a bit, we started around in this area, Mauville City. You're able to swim east just a little bit over to, you know, across Route 118, I suppose, and then up 119 is the one we're on now. And that brought us to this Weather Institute, which we're right outside of. Now, New Mauville is right here, basically. That little island, I think. Now, it is some more backtracking, but honestly, it'd be nice to take another shot at seeing if we can find Trico. And I hope it's wild. I don't know if the Pokédex would show you an area for a Pokemon that needed to be traded for. So, there was a place for us to heal up inside the Weather Institute, so we're good on that. And we'll just start making our way back. Maybe I'll hit some of these trainers we missed along the way. A couple battles here and there, too. We can surf, but you can't surf off of this. We got a little cliff here, so. How do you get to that top right side? Oh, you don't. Down in the swamp. I gotta get off the bike for this part, I suppose. Bought these 2 folks. Your bag's filled with more junk than I ever carry around. Honestly, it is. We're close to being full. Oh, hey, Rotes. What's up, man? Welcome. You are first. You're the first contestant on the Parvinator is right. It's a game I'm play 24/7. That's just life. Yeah, it is so far. Yeah, a little quiet intro from the, from the chat. Here, there it is. Yeah. Hey, welcome, Pal Puck. I say a little bit of both, Pal Puck. We'll throw them both in there. The wetlands. How about that? I see some mangrove. Well, you could go. That's another one we could go for, right? Particular type of wetland. Rotes, you weren't still streaming when I looked yesterday. If you were, I must have. I don't know. I did. Well, I'll say this. I did look because you had said you were going to be streaming, and I actually went and tried to see if you were going to be streaming, and I didn't see your name in it. So I must have just missed you. I truly did. Which, first off, I'm always gonna raid wherever I want or need to raid into, without, regardless of the skill tripping you're trying to do. Outside of that, I should say, I know. I figured, man. Outside of that, I actually did look for you. That's. If I missed you, yeah, that really was a mistake. Tater, what's up? Do. I see. Yeah, well, that's funny. Yeah, you know, Reeves is always a good raid, but yeah, I was looking in to see, you know, what was up, and I'd been to him recently, so I was gonna see anybody else, and I missed you. Chater, what's going on, man? Let me get to that sound for you. It's in here somewhere.
What do you know? What do you know?
Oh, cool. You so you were able to win with even with Dustin in the chat somehow. Oh, come on. Full restore, jeez. Oh, nice, Rhodes. What's the $5 part? $5 for playing. Oh, for your playing your sound effect. Oh, sure. Well, of course, we're using it under you know, parody here. This is all one big. That's not the one I want to use, I guess. I'm glad I'm a joke to you. No. It's just that I, by way of, you know, sound collage, I'm just giving an artistic statement, so to speak.
What do you know? What do you know?
I don't care.
See, right there, that's Rhodes and Nancy Grace side by side. Those two normally have nothing to do with each other. You mix them in together, you got yourself art. And I'm not a lawyer here, and I'm not consulted one about this, but you know.
I ain't the worst that you've seen.
Let's It's a good one. Yeah. I've got to. It's funny. I'll have to try to grab some of the from the rest of you who stream sometimes, because I have one for Rhodes and I have one for Nick, and both of them came to me the same way, with someone else telling me about something funny and then like clipping a moment or something, and I was able to get it from there, you know, pretty easily. Yeah. There's one from Nick. It's kind of buried in here, but it's funny. He was being very polite this day and was laying off the curse words, which I can appreciate, because there was a time when I tried to clean it up a little bit more, but it's hard to find now. It's buried in here. You can tell he's in the middle of let me just add it in somewhere. It's been a while since I've been able to find it. 1 second. I've got it on the this won't take long. Looking for the oh frick. There it is. See if it'll be loud enough.
Oh frick! Oh frick! Oh frick! Oh crap! Oh crap!
That's always a good one. Yeah, that's funny, Nick. Yeah, you were playing, I think, against a boss in that Final Fantasy Game Boy game that you know, one of those two that you were playing. And I think it was against like a boss or something. But yeah, it was you were out there fighting for your life, you know. Welcome, Nick. Hope you're good. Happy Tuesday. Dee-dee-dee. You know, it's best if the sound effect for someone comes from someone else, which I think was the case in for Nick's thing. It was like Rhizone had clipped it, I believe, and something like that. And yeah, what is the title of that one? Because I was seeing something about a Final Fantasy. I was seeing something about one that seemed more like yours was more like action adventure. You know, you were moving around like I guess like an action RPG. And I was seeing something else recently that was more just turn-based looking. And I wondered if I've been getting them mixed up. Final Fantasy Adventure. Okay, nice. Is there another series for the Game Boy too? But and get some bunny emotes, Rotes. You gonna get some pics of the buns? Oh, sorry, Mr. Mud. Who am I fighting? Oh. I know. I wasn't even thinking about him in that during that last fight. Alpuck. I also forget because Roselia here has some. They can do ice and fire moves as well, can't they? I think that there was something. The big buns. The whole lot of them. I bet you're dealing with a lot of bunny pellets. Rabbit poop. It's legend and adventure. There's okay. That's the differentiation there in the titles. That's funny. I think I'd always like. I'd never played either of them, so I think there was always a level of kind of combining them or. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was seeing that listed in one of the like some best of Game Boy list I was watching the other day. That's a lot of Cocoa Puffs, Rhodes. I think Peck will work too, actually. Forbidden Cocoa Puffs. I think that is for the one that Nick was actually playing, which is Adventure, I think, Palpuck. If I understand correctly. Yeah. Yeah, I'd always heard about Saga, but I've never played one, and the first I ever really saw any, like gameplay of one was seeing Ralph Nemesis play one of the Saga games for PlayStation. I'm not familiar with I'm not that familiar with like the titles and stuff, but it's one of the ones for the PlayStation. Who's getting hit with the tentacle there, Rhodes? I can't quite make it out. I think I've got a gif of the main character like hanging out on one of these, hanging out on this bridge. I've been battling on, but I haven't won very often. I can't get it together. Oh man, sorry to hear that, buddy. Oh, I see. I thought it was just, you were just into the, well, the whole tentacle, what have you. Can your Pokemon use its secret power on a big pile of grass and make a secret base? Yeah, you're just getting silly with it now. Let me take a note on that. I don't know how we make a secret base, but I've heard of these secret bases. But maybe that's another game. I don't know. The secret power. on a big pile of grass. Yeah. Well, you know, Rotes, sometimes I'll, you know, I'll try to hang back a bit because I have to stay impartial and objective. And that's what I owe the video game. So, you know, every now and then I'll pull back a little bit when I'm going a little too blue. Tater brings the booba. So FF Adventure was the first, yeah, okay, Legend of Mana game, or Mana, rather. Legend of Final Mana Saga. And then the Japanese title was, okay, sweet. Seiken Densetsu, Final Fantasy Gaiden. The booba and the beer, the booba and the beer gut. Still looking for a Trico, holding out hope for a Trico. Well, yeah, well, no worries, Palpuck. And it's even more confusing at this point because they really just slapped Final Fantasy on those games to try to sell them here. You know, which just even further complicates everything, you know. Small indent on the wall. Citrus berries ready to go. I planted these yesterday. Let it grow. Yeah. Oh, I've not heard of The World Ends With You. I'm not familiar with that one. I really like Mario RPG. Can you walk on this? Oh, wait. I think you can take the like trick bike. Yeah, but not this one. Oh, interesting. So with the trick bike, we can get over there. We might have to come back with that thing. Let me make a little note so I don't forget. Sorry. Weather Institute. Yeah, I'd never heard the title. Sounds cool. I feel bad. I feel that I underutilized my DS and my 3DS. They were other games played, but they truly became essentially Pokemon machines for the time. I heard about a cave called the Cave of Origin. Sure. Well, let me take a look at it real quick and see what it. The world ends with you. Just to pick up on our James Bond from yesterday. Pick up where we left off. Let's let you guys in on this. Oh yeah, it looks very icy. So it's like Kingdom Hearts in some way, or just really looks like it. Okay, just really looks like it. Okay, Square Enix and Jupiter for the DS. Set in the modern-day Shibuya shopping district of Tokyo, The World Ends With You features a distinctive art style and urban fantasy elements inspired by Shibuya and its youth culture. Yeah, it looks so Kingdom Hearts in its illustration here. I wish I could get a bigger I can't get a feel for that combat system. Looks interesting, though. Neku and Shiki fighting noise in different zones near the same landmark. Psych pin. Okay, this is good. This is way deep in it. Alright, psych pins, cards, shared health bars. While everyday life goes on in the real ground, the chosen dead are brought to an alternate plane of existence called the Underground, which serves as the venue for the Reaper's game. Interesting. I wonder if they've done anything else with this game, or was it like just a one-off? I wonder. All right, just a little bit further, I believe, here in the marshlands, and then we'll made our way closer to Mauville City. We're gonna hit up New Mauville first, I think, and then come back this way. I start drinking some coffee. What am I thinking?
Stop on by. I'll make you a cup of coffee. See you later.
What? Why isn't it coming out? What? Okay, the little thing that blocked... I'm sorry, I'm just a little astounded here, but... Okay, here's the cap to my coffee here. There's a little tab that sits in the top of the thing, you know, of course, to go sit in the opening and close your cup, right? Make for any good, you know, coffee cup. Travel mug, so to speak. Well, that little tab has just broken off. I went to go get a sip of coffee and it's totally blocked. Just see if I can push it through. All right. I was about to drink that, I guess. Send it straight down the gullet. Anyway.
Cup of coffee in the big game.
Life's like a box of chocolates. All right, here we go. Let's fight Bug Catcher Greg, and then I'm gonna put this lid back on the coffee, I suppose. Won't be sealing it off anymore. A Volbeat. Look at that little bumblebee. Right. Well, yeah, these like will fall off of the little, you know, they snap in place, but yeah, they have fallen off where they're supposed to kind of, you know, stay latched onto the cup several times. So, what's up, Dustin? Welcome. How you doing? In what? What did I say? You know, I like to, I shift in and out. Sometimes there's a, yeah, it's a, sometimes it's a conscious decision. If I ever want to do certain mocking voices or certain things that happen, the go-to voice in my head is Southern, just because that's what I grew up with and around. So, you know, it's like, it's like, it's in there. It's in me. Signal beam looks cool. Come on, Lucy, you're worthless. Sriracha, you're probably gonna take a hit. Maybe I should have let the other one die. Tail glow. I did, Dustin, I did. Yeah, we got that one in already.
What do you know? What do you know?
Moonlight. So what is this thing? It's Bug, and what else? It's been using this move to regain health. I do like a good beatboxing, you know? Oh, do you, Pal Puck? Oh, with the, right. Yeah, with the, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you're working on that for that Pokemon, you want to keep them from fainting. Finish it off with an Ember. I used to... I don't do this as much anymore, but, you know, like one of my kind of, you know, I don't know, like go-to sort of hyperactivities, I don't know. They would be drumming on things or, you know, kind of singing drum parts through my mouth and stuff. I did a lot of that as well, and it would annoy my dad so much. But it's like at the time I was in the, you know, in like high school, I'm in the band and stuff, and we're all having to talk to each other in drum language sometimes so that someone can understand what the, you know, what the hell they're supposed to play. It was that, or I find myself just kind of practicing this stuff. Often without thinking, but it was, yeah, I would just drum on counters a lot, and man, it always really bugged my dad. I'm sure I could have found a better balance, but yeah, I think it was like a particular pet peeve or something. So we finally meet. My bug Pokemon will keep you company. I also would do a lot of, you know, like, kind of like I'm walking around the house doing chores or something, and I'm just sort of doing a light beatbox. And I usually get some you call it out, or gotta be drumming on everything. I'm curious, Pal Puck. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wonder what all it does besides helping you evolve a Pokemon. I know, you know, sometimes you get checked for friendship, I guess, and maybe there's a reward for that. Then we'll look at your first Pokemon. Oh, I could have gotten an Astonish, or not Astonish. We got rid of that one, actually. Maybe I should have kept it. I could have gotten the Fake Out in. Yum. Good cold brew. Made this stuff yesterday. Dancer wants to learn Stockpile. Now, I vaguely know of this move. Charges up power for up to 3 turns. I mean, that sounds inconvenient. I don't know that Pelipper is the kind of Pokemon to... I don't know, I'm talking out of my ass here, but I don't know if I would see them as being the type of Pokemon that would benefit from that. But maybe something that was like a real tank, but I don't know. Stockpile for Pelipper. Yeah, actually, I looked it up on Reddit. I just did a quick search on Google, and then it brought me to a Reddit, as it often does, a Reddit post. And the top comment is, Pelipper isn't a tanky Pokemon where Stockpile would be beneficial. It'll be taken out before you even get a chance to set up. With Focus Sash, it can survive 2 hits minimum. You use Tailwind first turn to be faster, even if you use Stockpile the next turn. You'll have low HP and won't be able to use Swallow. Stick with Hurricane and any other move you want. I might ditch it. Swallow. Oh, at the same time. Are these similar? Oh, that's right. That they are. They're tandem. Wow. So, I could see it being useful on a tank Pokemon, you know, a real tanky one. But yeah, I get why you wouldn't want to take up 2 slots for Swallow and Stockpile. Hey, what games are you guys playing lately? What have you been into? My wife and I, it's been about 2 weeks now since we played Final Fantasy VII, so we're gonna get back on that at some point. But the last we saw was, I think it's the end of what was Disc 1 when it was on the PlayStation. It did say end of Part 1 afterwards. We're playing it on the Switch. So we got to get back to that at some point. Look at Beautifly. Power's all powered up. Or water is. Oh, don't paralyze me. Morning sun while it rains. Oh well.
You got to roll with the punches.
Playing some StarCraft 2. Bro, what is Brotato? Tater. Never heard of... I'll say what my students would say to me back in the day. Man, I ain't never heard of that in my life. I was looking pissed. Well, and it's like, they would say this sometimes to a reference to something, and it's like, well, you know, you are in middle school, so, you know. I've never heard of that in my life. It's really not that. I understand it means a lot to you. I get it, you know, but in context, it's... We haven't exactly lived a long one, have we now? Kid. Trying to make me feel old. No, that always cracked me up. There were a few things that the students would say so often, and that was one of them that I never heard of that in my life. And kind of looking pissed that someone even like made reference to something that they don't know, or you know, it must not be cool or any good if I didn't know about it. You know? Roguelike Vampire Hunter. Oh, sweet. Oh, roguelike Vampire Hunter. That's cool, man. So you got your StarCraft 2. That's kind of like your go-to, or you know, like, you know, you play that one regularly, and it's kind of like you get in, you know what you're doing, you're used to it. Is this other one new for you? Sometimes you just get tired of sometimes you get tired of moving units across the field, and you know, I think that you know, games like a lot of those strategy RPGs, I feel there's a lot of depth to them, and then there's a certain point when it's like I've known folks who play them, and it's like I don't even know, like for some people there's a point where they're playing like well past where they're ever enjoying it anymore. Which, like, I totally understand that when you're playing, especially, you know, multiplayer stuff online, etc., there can be, you know, like sometimes there's incentives to getting in and playing those couple of games or whatever, even if you're not feeling it that much, or you know, you don't have to sit there and love every game. The couple times I've gotten into something, you know, live service online game like Star Wars Battlefront or something, you know, it wasn't like every session was just the most fun, but you know, I was still enjoying it overall, you know. And then there was a certain point where it was like, okay, I feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't find myself enjoying it as much. I could see one to, you know, have another kind of game in there too. Keep it from getting burned out.
And
I know how you feel.
baby, just how you feel.
I wonder if I get this thing with a rock. Come on, Gojira. Fury Cutter, huh? Just run around pew pew as a potato. Oh yeah. Pew pew. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that there was some game that was like previewed at I don't know if it was Summer Games Fest or something, and was it potatoes running around, and it was something really silly. I don't remember what it was, but it was oh hey, it's the first time we're seeing this thing. It's Trico, and our Lucy here is in trouble as well. They're probably not gonna be the one who seals the deal, but we can get a fake out in. Quick attack didn't work there, Trico. This is we've been, you know, it's between today and yesterday, we've been running around in this area a lot. I don't want to kill this thing. I don't know how strong it is. Let's go ahead and get a yawn in and start working off of that, and maybe I'll hit it with strength. Come on. I might actually get a potion in on Lazy Boy just to keep them in the game. There are only one that can do, you know, hypnosis right now. Should be falling asleep now. I should be able to hit next turn. And, this is still tough, though. It's got Mega Drain, so this thing could be tough. Could be tough to take down. I'm also just worried about Lazy Boy, because, you know, as soon as Trico wakes up, they're out. Although, you know what? Oh, shoot. I totally forgot about the skipped turns. Whoops. Loafing to do. Not gonna loaf this turn. Throw a ball after this. I have revives. I'm just gonna do what I can here. Let's throw a ball at it, and then Yeah, we'll go from there. Could be tough. We just threw a ball, and that would have actually been the, like... I think he's gonna loaf this turn, if I remember correctly. Let's try to keep him in the game. Dang. Yeah. Well, right. I knew that it wasn't asleep yet, but I knew that it was gonna, you know, I was gonna be loafing around the next turn, so I wanted to. That's why I tried to heal up that turn, and I knew as soon as it, you know, we were about to be fainted, made to faint. All right, let's get another shot here. Somebody can revive. Might be able to do a little damage on this thing. I'm just worried. Could be beneficial to... Let me do this. Let me go ahead and get, just in case we need him, because he's our only one with hypnosis. I might take a second to try to get... Or she is. Take a second to get our lazy boy up. Oh. I'm gonna say I could use water gun. It's gonna be powered up and then not very effective. So that may be an option for us. Supersonic might make it miss some turns, but we might make it kill itself soon too. Let's try water gun. Mega Drain's really gonna hurt. Come on. Lisa's just using quick attack right now. All right. Sorry, looking for super potion. There we go. I'm gonna try to get another yawn in on Lazy Boy, maybe. I think what I can do is like bring someone in to sort of sacrifice. I might bring Lazy in, or not Lazy, but come on, I was afraid of that. I didn't do that much. Still got to be careful. I have an idea. Let me try to bring Lucy in, and I'm going to try to see if I can sacrifice them. If they can get an item off, that's cool. Just in case we need to come back to Dancer, let's make sure they're going to be available to us. I think these would kill it. There's a good chance, I think even Nightshade might do it. Well, I don't know how to... I don't think Fake Out will work here, because we used it the one time. Yeah, okay, good. I want Lucy to get knocked out so I can try to bring Lazy Boy in, but let's see what we can do. Has been a long time since we've thrown a ball, I'll say that. But maybe I can get this thing put to sleep. Okay, next turn will be wasted. It's about to... Ow! Oh, that's what... So it used Wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Forgot that that's how that works. Well, we should be able to get a yawn... There it is. Okay. I might just start throwing balls at this thing, because I don't know if I'm gonna... I don't know if I can get another... attack on it without killing it. Maybe Rock Slide, but... You know, because it would be not very effective. Get into bow. Broke out right away, huh? Let's just throw balls. Throw them.
Can't you see me standing here?
Okay, Diamond Dave, you're gonna have to go away for a second. Yes! Actually, Diamond Dave, thank you.
Go ahead and chow, chow.
Trico's data was added to the Pokédex.
I forgot the fucking word!
Trico, wood gecko Pokemon, coming in at 1 foot 8 inches, 11 pounds. It makes its nest in a giant tree in the forest. It ferociously guards against anything nearing its territory. It is said to be the protector of the forest's trees. Pine Sol. Yeah. It is. Are you wanting to spell it that way in particular, or were you... Right. As fresh as it ever was, I think. I think it's spelled... S-O-L? Yeah, it is. Pine and then a dash. Little hyphen there. Soul. No, I don't think you guys... I don't think Home Depot needs to know my location. Thank you. Oh, wrong browser. There we go. Yeah. Right. Sure. I thought I'd ask. Yeah. Well, I like it. It works. Let's do it. The cleaning power of Pine Sol. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so shameful. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Pokemon, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Reddit, the heart of the internet. Well, that is pretty shameful. Pieces of Heart, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker Guide, Game FAQs. I like FAQs, what can I say? And YouTube.com. Alright. I like Pine Sol, that's a good one. Of course there's the pun in there. Better call Pine Sol. I can't think of better that I've never seen it. I did watch Breaking Bad when it was like originally on, but like my dad is really into Better Call Saul, and he's always telling me I need to watch it. And you know, I'm mildly interested. It's just I know that there's a lot of episodes to it, and there's only so much time. But part of me wants to watch it just so I have something else to talk with him about. Not that we struggle in that department too much, but there's been a couple shows he'll just bring up to me over and over again, and it's like I want to, you know, I want to at least be able to tell him what I thought about it or something. Oh, that's true, Dustin. That's in there. No, that's the other browser, Palpuck. You gotta use gotta use different profiles. Oh, another fight. Take flight, my bird Pokemon. Just we're gonna I'm gonna bird ya. Bird on bird. I'm really glad we finally got a Trico. Man, I was kind of forgetting that it was even in there. But that was the reason why I wanted to... We're basically backtracking to do something we could have done yesterday before heading up to this portion of the map, but it's all good. I gotta be careful here, though. I don't want to die. Oh, Swellow, a swell fellow. You don't like him? I thought he was a Swellow. Birdkeeper Chester. I like the serious pose from the bird keeper there. We were just talking about keeping birds yesterday. Oh, let's be careful here. I think I should just get out of here by heading left, I believe. Actually, maybe it's a little to the right. I mean, it's ultimately west that we're trying to go, but I think I may need to go down, and then I can... Bum, 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 bum. Please let me run away. The main character's dad, Norman, used one of these to great effect. That last Pokemon you saw. Oh! Alright, well I guess you can go all the way east and get yourself on this route. Route 123, which we're not trying to do yet. Looks like we're gonna need to regroup once we get to Mauville. Mauville. Did he give us a good rod, or was he just talking about the good rod? I guess that'd be in key items, huh? Yeah, I don't think he... Oh, we actually did give one. I haven't even played around with it yet. That's right. That was the one that gave it to us. Oops. Okie dokie. Let's see, what's next? Oh, head this way to Mauville. There we go. And I can go here. You know what? I think we'll probably get our first break in. We finally made it back to Mauville. We're going to go to New Mauville, which is just a little south of this. We're supposed to go inside this underground area. It's like some kind of industrial underground thing. And, supposed to get a generator out of there, I believe, was the instructions. The naming conventions, Palpuck, they're, it's interesting. And I know, like, with Gen 1, they did the color thing, but I don't think the Japanese version followed that kind of, I don't think it followed that sort of scheme. Well, yeah, and then what with Gen 2, you get a lot of types of wood, a lot of tree types, I suppose. I'm looking for Mauville. How about a couple things here. We need I think we're due for some more great balls. Some more super potions. Drop some money. We need to... We're gonna use this stuff. Need to go find a place where they have the, like, the water bottles or whatever. That's where the deal is. I know, at least in some of the games, I think that's like the, you know, a better deal. Okay. Sure, we're just gonna drop a little coin. Don't want to be without. Great balls and good rod. Great balls and good rod to fire. Absolutely, Tater. Yeah, I'd be curious to know. I think there was some kind of different scheme, at least in one of those games. But yeah. Oh, someone did a breakdown of, well, Pokemon, and these are just Pokemon names, huh? And not the actual locations, or... That's funny. That's cool, too. I'm gonna come back to that at some point. Well, see, what had me thinking that was, I think, something that I saw in, around the time when we were playing the stadium games. I wonder what it was. Maybe it's just that it's Pallet Town, and then, you know, it's not called an equivalent kind of thing. Maybe it was just that first town. I don't know. Any Pokemon Japanese fans? I can't find what I'm looking for quickly. Oh, a list of towns? I want to see the Kanto stuff. Thanks for hanging, guys. Sorry, let me get this game saved. Now I'm chasing down my own personal research here. Could show you guys what I'm looking at, I suppose. I was just about to translate one. That's funny. Yeah, I was getting Tamamushi. Tamamushi shitty. I love shite. Yeah. Well, I'm not familiar with Tamamushi, so is that, you know, is that the same? It wasn't giving me a, let's see. Tamamushi means jewel beetle. Yeah, did right. And, you know, I could see the color there being... Yeah, that's I like that albeit in there, pal Puck. I'll take that. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying, is if it's June beetle, then yeah, that would make sense, that it's that sort of greenish. I don't know what Hanada is, but that's not coming through with anything for me. I think because it's wanting to... taking it from the katakana straight to English. Yeah, I was saying Hanada City for Cerulean. Gurin Island for Cinnabar. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. What is Masara? What is Masara town? That's what palette is. Let's look that up. Just masala is all that it's showing for me. Yeah. Save. And go a little bit further. I think you actually get to it from... maybe you get there from the bike lane. I can't remember. But yeah. I don't know if you don't get it, Palpug, but I was agreeing with you in that last part. that sounded more hostile than I meant for it to, but just to say, like, there's been a couple times I'm trying to say, like, yeah, that makes sense. Green as in, you know, that's sort of the color of a June beetle. I could see that sort of greenish, you know, and I could see how that would therefore be Celadon. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I think you actually get there from here. I think this is where the graffitied sign is, or I don't know. I don't know if they just put up a sign or what. Someone painted that onto this sign, and then someone else painted over it. Team Magma rules. Okay, good. I get really excited sometimes, and I don't. You know, because I can be excited and animated. My intentions don't come through sometimes. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for going easy. Going easy on me, I should say. This is our cave here. This is our new Mauville. We have our basement key given to us by that guy in the old Mauville town. I forget his name. And we're in. Just like that. I think the task, just in general, just on this topic, at greater length of localization of Pokemon is really, it is really fascinating to me. Like with the different names that we have for them, how some of the Japanese names for those first gen Pokemon would be very, just spin it around, would be very, I think it's like a, sorry, I was gonna say like certain aspects of the series were very, you know, Japanese, you know. I even saw this, I saw an interesting little retrospective on the Pokemon anime, and the title was, you know, I was like, okay, what are we gonna get out of this? Because the title was like, Pokemon used to be Japanese, and I was kind of curious, you know, sort of what they meant. And then it was, you know, once I got into the video, it was of course a more like nuanced, full kind of discussion specifically about the Pokemon anime and its localization, and I thought it was pretty sweet. The localization of the, you know, the cartoon, the anime. I'm watching through season 1 slowly, and I've noticed some of the scenes that they've shown, Team Rocket is often used for this. Pikachu is used for it as well, but when they want to reference like another anime or a Japanese cultural tradition or something that would just be known by the audience, they would just see this thing and they would know that's what they're dressing up for or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes where Team Rocket will be showing up in a, you know, the yukata and the, is that it, right? The robe and yokata, etc. There's a few specific anime references that are in it too, and then there's the food. You know, they mentioned the like most popular localization. One of the most popular aspects of the localization was taking all the rice balls and just calling them donuts. I think someone here had mentioned that, maybe Ayatin or something. The units at its side are extremely powerful magnets. They generate enough magnetism to draw in iron objects from over 300 feet away. Magnemite. Look at its little sprite. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, whenever they show the onigiri, they're calling it a jelly donut. What's this? There's a couple with Brock. I think one of the first references to it, it's like Brock, is you're hearing it from him maybe, or magnets. Nobody knows how they work, folks. Well, it looks like we're going to be fighting stuff just walking around down here, so maybe since I could use a break, I'll save. Wonder what it is I was thinking of then regarding the localization and the town names and stuff. It's something. The Pokemon, maybe I'm just full of shit. I like that it's looking like they're translating. As I started to think about it, you know, I remember as a kid, some of the names of the town names, I learned a couple of color names, I'll just put it that way, or at least descriptions of, or, you know, some of the town names are, you know, like you wouldn't hear that description for a color that often, but it's used and it's out there, and it's obviously you didn't walk around and go to green, purple, red, you know, silver. So yeah, it's cool to hear that they did a similar thing in the Japanese version. They don't know, like, there's some stuff that Palpuck, it's always funny because it's like how, you know, how offended Vermilion, yeah, that's a great one. A lot of the town names in Gen 1, I mean, I was quite young when Generation 1 came out, but a lot of the town names I did, you know, it was maybe that first or second time encountering, you know, some of those words. there's the donuts. They also did there was a lot of text cover up and replacement that they would do. Sometimes it was just easier to just cover up the Japanese or whatever. But they talked a little bit about that as well. And the gist of the retrospective or of the video essay or whatever was that over time, you know, they basically got to the point where the localization was done at a sort of a much earlier, it was more of the creation process of it than it had been at the beginning, which of course, you know, the Pokemon anime was made for a Japanese domestic audience to be played in Japan, watched by Japanese, and then, right, that's it. Because when they're first starting on that, they don't know if it's even going to make it elsewhere. And then over time, it's like concerns about movie releases coming up, and localization would be part of the creation process in the beginning. And to try to make some of that a lot easier, they would stop doing some of the stuff that had to be, localized. And it's interesting too, because they mentioned that there was, levels of localization for pretty much all the languages that it got translated into, because the goal was to make the kids feel very at home in this world, and for it to not like pull them out of it, and for them to feel, I guess they didn't want kids to think of this as a Japanese experience, you know what I mean, or you're seeing this and it's a little bit removed. They wanted to try to find ways to have kids not consider that at all, the Japanese origins. And I don't know, always interesting when what goes into localization. All right, well, we're here at our first big destination. I think maybe I'll get a little pause in, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get into New Mauville. Then, let's just look at the map real quick. I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're going to go to New Mauville. I don't know how long that's going to take. We'll see. Whatever time's left, we're going to head on up to the Weather Institute, up through the marshlands again. We forgot to get Trico in our party, didn't we? Maybe we should go grab Trico and start raising them up. Let me do that now before I forget. Hop on the bike for 1 second. Let's go get Trico. You know what? I'm already dancing. Let me get the break. I can't decide what I want to do. Thank you guys for hanging. Thanks for talking Pokemon. This is a fun one already.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
When we get back, we're going to head, over to this sign. And then we're going to head into New Mauville after we deal with the Team Aqua graffiti. Let's go grab a Trico. Anyway, we're gonna get ourselves into New Mauville, get that generator, and then we're gonna walk over to the Weather Institute. So that should fill us out for today. All right, guys, BRB. Let's take a nice long break. See you soon. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you!
And then you expect me to be chipper for 5 straight hours.
What's up, guys? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. All right. Palpuck, I hadn't even heard of that game. That's crazy. Just the title and then you explaining what it is. Seems like a big oof. I feel like that's the way to just piss everybody off in the localization process. You know, just make everybody mad, you know, offend all sides. Rotes. All right. You know, Rotes, I don't want to, if you don't want me to play that sound, I won't play that sound, you know? I don't want to. It's not about the bullying. Maybe it's not so much the sound, but your DJ moniker. You know what? I think, in fact, I think what would be fair is you got to come up, I mean, you got to come up with your own DJ name. That only you can decide that. Captains, so it's a. I feel like the abuse comes from Tater and from Dustin, right? Is that a? Yeah, right. It's well, you know, Rotes is. You see, Rotes isn't one to pick at someone as a way of like, you know, kind of camaraderie or friendship or you know, that's not really in his style. All right. Or oh yeah, let's get Trico. I forgot about our buddy Trico, our new buddy. I don't need to heal my mons. Let's access the PC. Let's move. All right, so I guess the question is, who comes out for Trico? Kind of tempted to have Sriracha. I mean, you know, we're playing Gen 3. If you could have the starters, you would want to have them in your party, probably. So, at least in one playthrough, you know, you'd want to have them. I'll have to check it out sometime. Palpuck. I'm interested in Journey to the West. You know, it was only a couple of years ago I was seeing that as the, you know, kind of basis for DBZ and a bunch of other stuff too. And began to look into it some, but yeah, I'd like to. I should just read the source material sometime. Some of it. Yeah, we've got. That's right. Larvitar is Gen 2. I don't think that I ever played with one before. I'm glad that that one was found so early. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think this was one of the ones. It came up already. Sorry, it's just been a lot of little things coming up. But yeah, I think that this might have been one of the ones that was made to be found a little bit sooner, or I don't know. I don't know when you find it in Gen 3, man. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I don't think I ever got a chance to play with Larvitar and then... And I forget the big, the big kaiju. What's its name? What's the payoff evolution for that one? It's just I think it's just one step up, isn't it? Well, in evolution. All right. We still need a Trico, and I do not know who I can toss and who can go. Who can stay and who can go. All right. Writing songs, folks. That's what we do. Write Pokemon songs that are instantly forgotten. All right, let's move. Yeah. Tyranitar. That's it. These glasses can loosen up just a bit. Hugging the face just a little tight. All right, we're going Pine Sol in the party. The cleaning power of Pines. This, can it sweep? Truly see the cleaning power of Pine Sol. I guess Larvitar is the odd one out thus far, although I never got to play with one in my party before, I don't think, so. Developer has been sweet. They've really come in handy, but I don't know if there's a certain kind of ceiling for them, you know. I might ditch Sableye for just a second and come back to them. I've played with Sableye in a different when I played the Gen 4 remakes. Yeah, right. And I really do like Dancer thus far. The Kraken strikes again. We just saved, but... Alright, now that we've got our new team, we're gonna head on over to New Mauville. Pine Sol in the lead. Anything Pine Sol can hold. Do I have anything that powers up grass types? Normal. Absolutely. We're gonna see how powerful Pine Sol truly is. Can it cut through the strong defenses of the Pokemon we're fighting? Alright, what's going on here? Step on a panel. Oh, a door opens. That means progress. I had to get a different cup since that other one has failed me now. Pine Sol for a long time had an actress with a significant gap in her teeth, which I can, you know, I always respect. That's, always down for my fellow gap tooth folks. I don't know any of the backstory. Yeah, I'm not sure who that actress is. Yeah. The Pine Sol lady. Was she in other stuff? Oh, well, yeah, at a certain point, I mean, you know, I would hope that she is living in the house that Pine Sol built, because she was in there for a long time. Now I need to see the backstory. The pine sol. I don't know. Lady? That's a... Could be a better way. Oh, really, Palpuck? If they had so you would have gone without had that been offered as well? Had that been an option? I was asked. Yeah, my sister got them. My big sis got them, but I was asked, and the doctor looked at my teeth and said, well, you know, like, as far as we can see, it's cosmetic for you. It wouldn't actually, you know, be truly, like, correcting anything that would, like, teeth growing on top of each other or something like that. Cramming into each other. You're not gonna be dealing with that. So it's just cosmetic. Basically, do you want to slide the teeth around and get rid of this gap? And my parents, they let me make the final decision. They were like, well, it's up to you. Here's what they said. And I was like, no, actually, let's keep it. Yeah, I know. It seems like they really can bug folks. Freaking Rattata. Goodbye, Rattata. That was a tiny little Rattata sprite, was it not? Alright, we've got another button here. I like to buzz. Now, I think that the sprites are different between this and then Fire Red Leaf Green. But I'm not 100% sure. Well, we don't need Dancer to get fried, so let's get them out of there quickly. Sorry, Sriracha. Sorry, Pine Sol. I might have to get out of here soon. I know Mr. Mud might get fried too. Oh, okay. Oh, right, the ground. Okay, wow. Perfect. Forgot about that. Mud shot of adrenaline.
Yeah!
This coffee, the opening in this other cup here, it's not gonna cut it. I need a more even flow. What you guys hiding in these boxes? Teleporter or switch here, switch back at the front to, or back at the front of this room. I like the little somersault it does. Okay, that must... Did that open up anything? Might have to hit both of them. We could probably go ahead and get the water and flying Pokemon out of the lead for this area. I'm getting that sense.
NBA Jam halftime report.
There it is. Super effective. That'd be nice. Looking for a Pikachu. I guess I can try to catch a Voltorb too. Takedown. Reckless charge attack that also hurts the user. Reckless charge attack that also hurts the user. So, accuracy of 85. And you take damage? That sounds like something I'm not interested in. Do 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 yeah, do do do. Hi. I don't think we're taking takedown. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I don't know how much the self-inflicted damage is, but I'll take another look at it and let's see. Takedown. That is just so reckless. So reckless. Hurls him out at the foe and reduces speed. Isn't Mr. Mud? Yeah, I mean, I think we had talked about this before, but I believe Mr. Mud here is already immune, right? I don't know if that's going to change when they go to their next evolution, but I don't think anything electric is hitting. So it might be worth it to just have something else. A little tight coverage. Oh, look at this. Look at this. A magneton. All right, again, Dancer here in the lead. It's okay, you get to keep getting experience you don't need. Yeah, we don't need that other move at all, I don't think. Maybe you could use it in like a double battle on your partner? I don't know if I understand why they have Mr. Mud learning those. Alright, let's go. We are going to hit you with the mud shot. These magnets have fused. I'm gonna get out of here and heal, but let's see what we can catch in the meantime. Don't kill it. Oh, cool. Dancer's just really going up in level too. Spread the wealth some. We need a... Well, what if you have 3 magnetons together, you know? Magnova or something? I don't know. What would you... Where... Alright. I think I'm going to hit the exit just because we do have a couple that are dead. Fainted. We got a couple of dead Pokemon around here. Well, one out and one on death's door. We do have Revive. Can't buy Revives back in Mauville. I'll do a little bit more of this. Let's see. Actually, let's head out now. Come back in, regroup. Okay, we know what's in there. We will make progress. I got Trico, man. That's all I needed. Run away. I did mention that I wanted to change bikes too. So let's do that now. Gotta do that before we head over to, you know, the, what is it? The Weather Institute. Heal up. Miss the door. He just plows right into the Pokemon Center. That's funny, Balpuck. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, yeah. Well, once you mentioned that, it's right. Mind blown. They're like, actually, we had about 10 more Pokemon that were going to be 3 Pokemon, you know, like a trio that was just, you know, the next evolution is just a trio of them. I'm thinking, like, out of the first one to come to mind was Tauros. For some reason, Tauros. Taurus. Just a stampede of them. Oh, what are the worst 3 Pokemon combos? Of course, there's, you know, Mew 3, which I think was a name people thought, you know. What's up? Rhizone, welcome. Okay, that closes that one. One door closes, and another one opens. Happy Tuesday. Muck is just a bigger pile. Man, we're asking the big questions tonight. Okay, without killing this thing, can we catch a Voltorb? That'd be a cool thing to do, so maybe we try that. Don't get Sonic boomed. Mega Drain's not gonna do much. Actually, try it again. Yeah, that one, I've always enjoyed that one, Palpuck. Yeah. Uno, dos, tres. We were mentioning some of the Japanese names for the Pokemon, and one of the ones in the Ghastly line is just known as Ghost. And we saw some funny ones when we played Snap. You guys, during the BRBs, you might have seen some of the Pokemon Snap footage of us playing the Japanese version. Got that cart down here somewhere. Voltorb caught. 1 foot 8 inches, 22.9 pounds. It bears an uncanny and unexplained resemblance to a Pokeball. Oh my god. I thought it looked familiar, jeez. Guys, did you know that a Voltorb and its evolution are designed to look like Pokemon balls. It explodes because it explodes at the slightest shock. Even veteran trainers treat it with caution. Yeah, it was one of the ones. Oh yeah, just to swap the yeah. I must say is that their word for ghost? It's funny. Look at this. It looks like it's winking in this sprite. Also, no gender for Voltorb. You wouldn't want anyone thinking that it was a... I don't know. I mean, come on, right? That'd be crazy. You know what, Voltorb? We're just gonna leave you as is. Thanks, Rhodes. Nice splash. Did I hit the glasses? Oh. All right. You see someone come in with the the squeegee on the glasses. That was water, Rhodes. I had them both. I figured. Usually when that one hits, I'll go for the water. Most of the time.
Welcome to NBA Jam!
I'm still drinking the coffee for just a little bit longer. I gotta flip that switch off soon. Another Boru. Was that holding one of these doors? Maybe not. It's just on top of the switch. Another Pokeball up there, one over here to the right. Or item, I should say. It's just zipping around. Inappropriate.
What do you know? What do you know?
Ultra Ball? I did. I saw the ones up above us there, yeah. I figured I'd see what else we can explore down here. Oh, I saw him. All right.
And one time at band camp,
oh, back to the start. Yure. For Ghost. I like the localizations flop there. That'd be good. I also appreciate in the anime that the ghost Pokemon are basically just comedians. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see the slapstick, you know, trio. Okay. Let's see what's up here. Did I get that Magneton? I don't know, I might have killed it. Can't remember. There's something else. Oh, is this a Voltorb? Hey, here it is. They call it Oyako 2 in Japan, just to confuse the Japanese audience. Do-do-do. Man, I do want to play that game again sometime. I got to get around to Mother 3 as well. And, you know, of course I haven't played the first one. I saw... Man, I had something spoiled for me. I was watching something about Earthbound, and the author talked hardly any about the other two games in the series, but did a drive-by on how to beat the boss of the first game. And that's going to be something one cannot forget. So, Rhodes is plugging his ears, going la 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 la. I'm not listening. It's gonna keep draining the enemy. All right. Yep, so that was just a Voltorb that time. Well, good. Where can we go now?
Yeah, so overwhelming, but what else can we do?
Fired up the humidifier last night because I've been a snotty boy. Still trying to get over a sinus infection. Took the last of the took the last of the antibiotic today, so I'm like, we're over this thing, right? Sorry, Pine Saw. Oh yeah, just get a super potion. Go the wrong way every time. Okay, come on. Yeah, what's up in this room? Anything in the boxes? Giant machine. Looking for a generator. Haven't been able to catch a Rattata. Maybe I should just... Excuse me. Get a yawn in on this thing. Don't hyperfang me. Damn. I'm not gonna move in. Yeah. Sorry, lazy boy.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Mang. Don't want to kill this thing. The rock slide thing. That's funny. I didn't know. I can imagine if the localization that we got is any, you know, any indication at all, I would imagine that the original game is full of puns and wordplay as well. It all comes full circle back to Mother, doesn't it? Alright, let's catch this thing. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Throw a ball. caught. My greatest battle yet. Mouse Pokemon. A Rattata is cautious in the extreme. Even while it's asleep, it constantly moves its ears and listens for danger. It'll make its nest anywhere. Do you? Road's is sad. You could always, you know, you could always get that conversation rolling or something if you wanted, Rotes. You know, I can talk about most anything. Feel free to contribute instead of
Watching a tide roll away.
Meh. Alright, what we got? A couple of Voltorbs here, at least probably the other one, since it looks to be on a fake. Yeah, oh yeah, I could hear the cry that time. You know that I'll chase that rabbit down. Absolutely. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me think of something. I think for me, you know, I didn't have a Super NES, but when I could go to friends' houses and play one, I was always excited when they had All-Stars, you know, Super Mario Bros. All-Stars, or just Super Mario All-Stars, huh? SMB All-Stars. And one of the cool things about that one was that I could take what I knew and what I had, you know, learned from my time on my, quote, regular Nintendo at the time and show it off. And I remember going over to a friend's house and they were pretty good at Super Mario World, but when it came to playing All-Stars, they were just like terrible at each one. And and I remember coming in and being able to like, you know, it felt good to come in and make an instant impact on a save file and get a couple of, oh dang, you know. I remember one time like my buddy had a couple friends over and everybody was just like, I think it was all folks who were part of our like dumb wrestling league, you know, that we made up. My character was the crab, but I remember on one of those occasions when everybody was there to wrestle and beat the shit out of each other, I played a little Super Mario Bros. 2, and you know, there's that one, you get to the ice, you know, you get to those like, I don't know, there's a couple of levels where you're in an ice world, and there's one in particular where there's the little flying Shy Guys with they've got the little spork of doom that they're flying with, and you can just, there's a pattern to them where you can kind of just duck and, you know, jump, duck and jump, and they can look pretty cool getting past them, and they like fly in these formations at you from the right, and you're just moving in that direction. And like I feel like that's a level that if you've done it before and you know what's coming, it looks really impressive, you know. That, and then a couple other ones where you can get like some one-ups or something. But I remember pulling a move off and kind of looking over, you know, I'm like, hey, what, anybody see that, you know? And I did get it like, whoa, you know, as I got through the level unscathed or, you know, quickly through that part. But yeah, you're like sliding across the ice. So your moves are, as you're going right, you are doing a lot of ducking and, well, ducking and jumping. All right, I want to try to catch this thing, I suppose. Well, just keep on draining. Oh! Sorry, Pine Sol. That's funny. Rotes, I haven't played that one in a long time. You know what? It's funny too. That's the Michael Jordan one, right? Where like, don't you fight against some like giant spiders in one of the early levels? Yeah. Poor Pine Sol. That'd be cool. Oh, that's a good companion title. A good theme. Toss the great bell now. I don't know that I think I might have played Shaq Fu like once. It's funny that you mentioned those games because it was the buddy, you know, the guy I was mentioning earlier who everybody was into wrestling. It was over at his house that we had you know, All Stars. Yeah, you know, Palpuck, you asked about like what version of All Stars, and it was the one that came with Super Mario World as well. And yeah, I guess it's that one that has the different Luigi, huh? Updated Luigi sprites. Buzzed. Dustin says waste of money. Uh-oh. Figured that was going to be a Voltorb. Never played Shaq Fu other than like, yeah, just a couple minutes on it. Yeah. I remember playing some of Chaos in the Windy City. It was hard. And you know, wasn't that used to it being at my buddy's house. And yeah, I remember thinking, okay, I don't think I made it very far. Okay, I think we might have made it to something big. I might have to revive somebody, because I'm gonna get Pine Sol back into action here. We're gonna hit the Super Potion. Ooh. The only time Luigi shot fireballs from his mouth. Slid down hills on his knees, yeah. So it sounds like they did a bang up job on those, you know, on the sprites. So that kid whose house we were at, his dad was a wrestler, and there was actually this one party where for the kid's birthday, his dad had them like install one of the company's wrestling rings. He got permission to do it, and like it was like this like southeast, you know, just like regional wrestling league that was in maybe like Alabama, Tennessee, maybe like another state or two, but yeah, I remember like they set up the ring in the kid's backyard. It's all these like 8th and 9th graders just beating the shit out of each other. One kid did a like something like a frog splash or something off the top rope. I don't remember what it wasn't. A frog splash, but I don't remember. They did some move, elbow off the top rope or something. And this was like the biggest guy. He was like the biggest one on the football team. Just this huge kid. Like, somebody got the flying elbow drop. What? That's funny. Hello, customers. Hello, patients. That's what he said as they walk in now. Oh man, that's funny. Everybody did a raunchy Val Venus. I remember some terrible raunchy Val Venus impressions. Yeah. I can't believe it, man. The actual, the Val Venus. The man, the myth, the Venus. So for those who don't know, Val Venus, they start doing these little kind of teaser videos for him that, like, before he starts wrestling in the WWE, WWF at the time, they're doing these kind of teaser trailers of him. And from the get-go, the first one, I don't remember what's going on, but he's like in a towel, or at the very least, it's extremely, like, more than just suggestive. And one of the things that became his catchphrase to say, "Hello, ladies." And he had this whole thing where he'd unfurl the towel, and it became he could do the hands behind the head, and a little hip stretch that he would do with his hands behind his head. Sure, it could look a little suggestive, I'm sure. Got a thunderstone. The bag is full. Does he have his own brand or anything, Tater? Because, like, I feel like there's a lot of celebrities that do that. I was almost curious if he is he just yeah. Is he only just working as the bud tender? Yeah, okay, right. Sorry, I'm distracted now talking Val Venus. But yeah, he would take off this towel, you know, and then so I just remember everyone in class. There's, like, you know, middle of chemistry class, this one kid getting up and getting sent to, like, in-school suspension for thrusting in the teacher's direction, you know. All right. Oh, that's funny, Tater. That's cool. All right. Good night, Rhodes.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
Okay, we can't do two sounds at the same time.
Goodbye.
3 hours of sleep. Dustin's like, I'm here, man. Too late. So melodramatic, man. All right, here we go. We're gonna, I guess I'm gonna try to advance this. It's gonna use all our super potions. Which one are you looking for? Your signature one or something like
Fatality.
It's time to wrap up this CDI shit fest.
What do you know? What do you know?
All right. And to that I say,
So long, Bowser.
see you later, Rhodes. Oh yeah, Thunderstone. Let's kind of forgot about that whole item. That whole inventory issue. Blue flute, glass flute that awakens sleeping Pokemon. That's not a flute. Firestone. Got a few of those. Man, I should have ditched some stuff. We got something I could give. Somebody doesn't have an item already. Gotta imagine. Right now, I don't know. Let's see. Probably even give that to... He does. Back to it. They've just flipped it on the other side. They don't want us to... It's a... They can't do a fully accurate depiction of one, you know. Wouldn't want the kids to design their own or, you know. What am I going to get rid of? I could probably even just ditch an antidote, come back and get some later. I meant to deposit some of these items. We haven't gotten around to that, but... I'm just going to toss it. 50 Pokebucks. Alright, I've been wanting to step on this switch for a while. The generator appears to have stopped. Okay, yes. Generator quieted down. And I think maybe that's all we were supposed to do. I imagine we're hearing this thing. Well, I'd be happy to tell you the story of Pokemon Stadium, or the Pokemon Stadium game that to some of us never was. Stateside, here in North America at large, we got 2 Pokemon Stadium games for the Nintendo 64. In Japan, though, there were 3. The first one of theirs never came here, never made it stateside, never made it out of Japan, and honestly, that was probably for the best. Let's see. I hear something. There's 2. Pokemon Stadium 2 in Japan. That would be what would be our Pokemon Stadium. We'll just call it Pokemon Stadium. Let's see. Be a bunch of great games, but not the ones I'm looking for. Alright, well, we gotta have the show and tell. While I'm here, we got this one. Pokemon Snap. Hey, you Pikachu? A game I never played. Other than, like, we did a couple of the, well, those first couple of levels. I don't have the microphone for it, and I don't know that I'm gonna get one. Sorry, Pikachu. And, yeah, here's Pokemon Stadium, some call it Zero. Pokemon Stadium Zero. This was that Japanese one that never came out in the US. We played this as part of the Parvinator 64 series. 19 games that were all part of one eBay lot. All Japanese. Bunch of good ones. They had all 3 of the Pokemon Stadium ones, but yeah. Yeah, it's a bedtime story. It's probably a good thing that this game never made it out of Japan, honestly. At least in terms of the Pokemon availability, because it sucked. You could only use like 40 something. You could see them all in the Pokédex, but you couldn't battle with more than that, however many it was, 40 something. It's bad. Some interesting tournaments in this though, and in the other Japanese ones too, that use the teams from actual like Pokemon, you know, real life tournaments and stuff. That they took their teams and the move sets and put them into Pokemon Stadium. So some of that stuff was already in that first Pokemon Stadium game that otherwise sucked. So, you know, kind of too bad we didn't get some of that. But you know what I don't have? I'd be interested to someday get the 64, the transfer pack or whatever that lets you, you know, well, I guess, you know, I only have like the US Pokemon cards. So yeah, that's it. That's the story. Yeah, I don't know where and then here's that third Pokemon Stadium in Japan, which was the one that, you know, is gold and silver. Gen 2 Stadium. If you want to see a really cute, let's go here. Check this out. Bada bing, bada boom. Yoshi Sutori. Blue Yoshi getting blue screened out. Sounds good, Rhodes. Have a good night. I love the little circular cutout. It looks. This is a fun one, yeah. Not as good as you know, what is it? Super Mario World 3, Yoshi's Island. It's still fun, yeah. Oh, that's funny, Ryzone. Yoshi's Story. It's a fun one, man. Yeah, it's fun. Good night, Rhodes. We'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Game over.
All right, we shut this generator down. I don't think... I mean, I think that was like our main purpose in here, I believe. I think we've been all the way up in that corner. I think we're done in here. Ah, itchy. That's funny, Ryzone. Yeah. It's too bad that you lost Kirby Superstar. I really liked Yoshi's Story when it came out. I was saying this yesterday. I think I got the strategy guide for it, or a strategy guide. And I remember, you know, trying to get those, you know, unlock every level. I didn't try to go for just like the absolute highest scores or all melons, which is like I think is one of the most difficult, like, kind of platforming challenges in a 64 game. It's getting, you know, like every piece of fruit that Yoshi eats is a melon. For top scores. Wait, what do I gotta hit to make it get us looped around? Alright, guys, thank you for hanging. I'm starting to run out of energy, sadly, but I should say one of the hardest, like, I've heard it referenced as one of the most difficult, like, you know, class, sort of retro Mario, Mario or Mario-esque, you know, games. Maybe they were even saying Nintendo, yeah. Not the game, but the, you know, doing, yeah, just all melons. I always wanted to play Mischief Makers. I don't think I ever saw that one out for sale on retail, you know? Like, I think it was... or at retail, I think mostly just would read about it in Nintendo Power and EGM. I just wanted to run away. All melons. I do like a good melon. Just one. Just one's all you need when it comes to melons, and I've had my share. Oh, I should say, just after one, I've had my fill, you know. Do-do-do-do-do.
Good day, sir!
Get out of here. I think this is the loop. Have we explored everything in here? We might be done. Shut down the generator. Let's go talk to that guy who set us up to this. Who was that, Watson?
No.
What is that, Rhizome? I feel like I had to look that up, Palpuck, and I don't know what I'm looking into here, but melon is a trigger word in Facade. It is a highly controversial aspect of the game, as it is a notable trigger word in the game, and this designation has often confused players. I'm deep in the Facade wormhole. The art looks funny. Shmoyoho with Japseptic Eye. Jackseptic Eye. That I gotta say, that collaboration is a mouthful, you know. How you doing, Ichigo? Welcome, man. The monster catching is going well. We got ourselves a Trico earlier. Look at this. Starter for this generation. And, I think we just finished, you know, with one area here. I think we're supposed to go head up now to where Team Aqua is up to no good, up at the Weather Institute. I knew it, Parv. I knew I'd made the right choice asking you. This is my thanks. A TM containing Thunderbolt. Go on, you've earned it. Nice. We got them all, Ichigo. All the starters. It pleases me to no end to see the young step up and take charge. He's got a nice hearty laugh. He and I both just awkwardly stand here looking around. Don't ever let us face each other. All right, I gotta keep going for the footage now. That sweet, sweet footage. Ah. I'm gonna stare at him until he stares back. Alright, good stuff. Riveting gameplay. Poor little potato man. I don't know that song, but it sounds like it's good. Sounds like it's got a lot going on. I can appreciate a good song about a potato. And a little potato man. You know, I have Ichigo whenever she's in here sometimes, but you know, she's such a roamer and she doesn't stick to one place for, well, she's like kind of, she'll get on streaks. She's really streaky with like where she likes to lie down. And she has a lot of options in every room, so yeah. I haven't seen much of her back here in the gaming lifestyle lounge lately. Hasn't made it back here that often. But she started showing up in the hamper in our bedroom because we had some stuff at the bottom of it that essentially meant that the hamper was always some level of overflowing. And because we had like a couple of like old, you know, we wanted to try to get some like heavy, some of the older like, you know, bedding and stuff washed at some point. And probably can't do it here, you know, but it's like, where do we put it in the meantime? So it's just been at the bottom of the hamper. So for a long time, this was never even an option. And then we cleaned up a bit, and one day we were like, where's Tigress? Where? And she was just curled up in the hamper on top of our clothes, looking so serene. I know, man, if she's in here, I'll do what I can, especially now that I figured out how to use this, you know, the phone's camera, my phone's camera, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow, or rather, Thursday. Get some eyes on the GameBoyAdvance so we can play the tingle tuner function. Hey, let's get a break. I don't want to stop just yet, so let's try to go for just a little bit longer. I'm going to go here. Go down to... Yeah. Here we are. Thank you guys for hanging.
Yeah, let's keep this Parvinator party going.
We're going to do what we can to keep the party going. When I get back, let's pick up where we left off. We're going to head over to the Weather Institute, and that'll close us out for the night. All right, guys. BRB. See you soon. Thanks for hanging.
Hey, dude, don't go away, man. Come on, this affects all of us, man. They're basic freedoms.
I said we cut off your Johnson.
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the fucking money, shithead?
What's up, guys? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Oh, man. Man, I might have to shut this window because there has been a dog barking all day. Pretty much all day. Dog barking down the street. Woof woof. Doo-doo-doo. Rose speaking. How are your Pokemon doing? I lost a match the other day. I need to try harder. It really has been bark, 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 bark. Done a lot of it. Non-stop barking. Oh, you know what? We need to go deposit some items. There's some stuff, it's like I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, like sunstones and things. You just go ahead and ditch that stuff, right? Parv's PC. Let's see, X accuracy, X attack. These are all things that, hey, I don't even really use the X ones that often. But, we'll save them. Firestones. Beautiful red sand. Blue flute. Okay, anything else? Got rid of a lot of stuff. Things like PP up, I'm gonna save those decisions for another day. Okay. Whatever. That's good for now. That's a lot of stuff cleared out. Do you? Dun, 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 dun. I know I can't say it without thinking of that. You know what? Allow me 1 second to remove all the Nintendo 64 games I have here on my desk. We just need to do it. I want to do a marathon. If I do a marathon stream, try to beat a game in one go, I think it would be this one. Well, like, you know, a longer game in one go. I've beaten, I mean, I guess I do the Mega Man and a lot of the Mario stuff in one go, but... Alright, thanks for hanging. I'm a little bit tired, but I really wanted to hang out a bit longer and get us up into the Weather Institute. Sweet. Citrus berries. Let's do some citrus berries once again. There we go. Yeah. So we're going to get ourselves up to the Weather Institute, which is the spot we've been to earlier in the game. And before I decided to go back to New Mauville, I was on my way trying to catch a Trico. Now we got that Trico in our party. Good old Pine Sol. Still got games on the desk. I really want to get some Super Famicom and Famicom in with you guys at some point too. It's been a little while since I've spent, you know, like an extended stay in those on those consoles. So come on, get it.
The View has everything I am looking for in a television show.
I've got a bunch of sounds from that one, Rotes, but they're buried in the soundboard.
Perfect.
Now take my word for it. I can never find anything these days. Sucks. It sucks, man.
Poggers!
I'm sorry, my phone's freaking out. My soundboard here. No thanks, Siri. You need to just fuck off. Sorry. You needed to hear that sometimes. All the time, really. I'd like to watch it again, Rotes. It's been many years since I saw it, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Run away. I know it, I think it's under the yeses somewhere, but I just... You know, it's dense. Can't find it.
Smells good brown coffee.
Good night. Okay, all right. Let me focus in. Let me get us up to the Weather Institute. That's when I need, like, yeah, I need a second way to... I know that there's a couple programs that are used out there for, you know, soundboard and stuff. What I have now is not a good solution. I need to look into this one that there's a podcast I watch sometimes that I guess someone got the the details on, you know, how they run the soundboard. What would be good is to be able to search for stuff and to be able to line a few things up to play, you know, and but yeah, I don't have that function right now, really. It's very slow. I have to do it all, you know, look something up and then go try to add it, or it's very slow. But there's programs that'll just have them all like loaded into memory so that they're ready to fire off, and you know, with it being easily searchable too, so I need something like that. I'm thirsty. Still sick. Alright, here we are. Team Aqua. These guys are, well, I think they're up to something. Don't go near the Weather Institute. Look at this building, too, by the way. We cleared out the first 2 guards inside. Look at this thing. Hey, Balbuck. Good to meet you. We got a bed, conveniently, and a PC. Alright, I want to see what we can do to clear this place out. I don't know what's up ahead. Hoping this can be done in a timely manner. Let's see what's up. Okay, none of these have been fought. Are we ready for a double battle, or do I want to take them on one at a time? You know what? Let's try this. Try this team. Let's go right in between them. The Institute created a type of Pokemon that has something to do with the weather. We're here to take them. Don't tell me you're looking for that weather Pokemon too. That's a no-no. We were here to get it first. I like their battle music. The grunts. Let's go.
I just want to go home and play Pokemon.
What does Pursuit do? It's like if they try to switch out, it hits them? They got me with that recently. Come on, guys. It did, Balbug. It was nice. I want to see it again. Come on, guys. You gotta survive this. Oh, that's right. Surf will hit them both. Does it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the obvious move there. Now they're bringing out Carvana. I love that little organ part. Alright, yeah, and finish him off. We got this. Can't get enough. You know, I understand, right? The gameplay is so compelling. One just... How could you look away? There is a level of cheapness to seeing 2 starters, you know, take on a Poochyena and a Carvana. Whatever. So what? What we really want isn't here. If the Pokemon they made here can control the weather freely, then we of Team Aqua definitely need it. I don't know if we need these doofuses trying to control the weather. That sounds like a bad idea. can I wonder if I can hit him with the double if I walk in when he's... That's just him first, huh? Okay. Didn't know if there could be a double battle there. I like the pants, too. They've got this, like, you know, it's sort of white stripe down the side, kind of, but... Let's Mega Drain ya. I saw a fun video recently, Pal Puck. It was someone taking some Pokemon sprite design, and they spent a little time on some of the tech and the computers, and even in, like, you know, those first couple generations, you get a few different types of, like, PCs that are set up, or, you know, and it was cool. It was like I guess an instructional on some of the things that, I guess, you know, they it seems like this guy does a lot of taking sprite art and breaking down what's good about it, how can it help you create your own sprite art, etc. I gotta find where that video was, but yeah, made me think of that. There was a section dedicated to the computers, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You could see, like, different models, and yeah, it's right. That is the case, that there's a few of them. They're all... He pointed out how they're just, like, really great usage of space, and how much information is conveyed, and instantly, too, and showing, like, how simple it can be done. How simply it can be done, you know. I know, we might want to do that. I don't think, just maybe send one of those, Magnemites we had earlier. Just have it kind of just run amok through the room, maybe? Come on, Pine Sol. Really trying to keep you in the battle here, but... It's okay. Don't die. Alright. Just try to... Come on, Dancer, you got this. I should give Dancers... Maybe I should consider giving them Serve over Water Gun. I know that it's, as we determined, as Nick mentioned, better in every way, pretty much. I really need Lazy Boy to get some levels, but... Can you set up a yawn, Lazy? Without fainting? There you go. And of course you're gonna not do anything on this turn. Sol in the battle. I could get them in, I guess, and do an absorb. What is this? Is it water and dark, maybe? This Carvana? Oh, sorry, Lazy. There you go. Alright, that's cool. I really like that theme. That's a fun. At a certain point, you know, they really do recycle. Of course, it's like common themes in the battle, in the various battle and wild themes. And oh, here we go. Finally. So it's always interesting to me how they can still find other ways to have something that instantly sounds like Pokemon, and you know, and is often like, you know, some kind of modulation, you know. So interesting ways of keeping familiar tunes, but you know, having it feel fresh. Your pine saw evolved into, how do you say this one? Grovile? Grovile? Grovile. Grovile. Grovel. It looks cool. Sweet sprite art. This is I guess this is the middle phase, huh? The awkward teenage phase. Look at these. Yeah, look at the monitors. I watched some footage today of one of the Game Boy Color, of a Game Boy Color game. It was a retrospective of a Game Boy Color game, just a short one. And well, I'll just mention it. Yeah, it was good. I should find the link on this. But yeah, it was an interesting one about the you know, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, and you know, differences between the games, and the point was really hammered home many times, but but in it they were using a filter on it that was like, I just didn't really like it, you know. I think it was just an emulator filter thing, but it was one of the, it very much looked like they were just grid lines over everything, and I really don't like a lot of these shaders and filters. I think a light touch on that can sometimes be okay, but as a person that grew up with, you know, watching stuff on CRTs, and often in pretty subpar ways, you know, RF switch or AV cable at max, it doesn't look right. Like it, you know, there shouldn't just be lines on top of everything, you know, like that's not what you're, but I don't know. It's like, I know some people really like that. It's a matter of, you know, it's a matter of personal taste. And people will argue, and do argue, about like what shaders versus, you know, like upscalers, you know, comparing them and stuff side by side. The coax. I watched a thing last night about RF switch, you know, and the whole channel 3 and 4, why those are chosen, where that's not the case, so on and so forth, when that became common. All right, what do we need to do here? Do I want to revive? We might just see if we can keep on trucking without lazy. We don't have too many revives. Sorry, lazy. You know what? We have 3. Let's... Could I get you in for a yawn and maybe just a spot of experience? Oh, yeah, okay, oops. Didn't mean to use a super repel, but yeah, that's done. That'll help if I'm walking around nervously. That'll keep us from the random encounters. Let me go for the super potion instead. Oh, that's cool, Palpuck, yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah. You know, what's funny is like, it still looks for, you know, depending on the set, you know, even with AV. I never had anything above AV as a kid. And I remember like at a certain point seeing the, you know, like component cables somewhere and like, you know, what are these other colors? I don't, or, you know, starting to see TVs that would have more commonly have the component inputs and, you know, what's up with this green? What's going on here? I don't know. Yeah, at the time it was just all AV, and you know that was I survived. I haven't gotten to play much on a CRT in a very long time. I used to have a Sony Vega, and it's gone now. It's long gone, but that thing was heavy as hell. And I don't know that it's as good as, I think people mention like Trinitron a lot, but I remember it seeming to have there was at least a big screen, and I have some fond memories of playing a lot of games on that sucker. The last time I played on a CRT was a few years ago, and it was, I guess outside of arcades, you know, outside of that. Some friends of ours, they still had like a Disney TV. I think it was like a Disney Princess television. And had the 64 hooked up to it. Yeah, me too, Palpuck, yeah. I wish I had I wish I had one CRT at this point. I don't know that I have room, and I do have the Retro Tink, which is just fine. There's some games like on the 64, some of the Retro Tink stuff, you get some real like kind of artifacting. Like on Ocarina, I was really like cognizant of seeing, like when you see a field, just seeing like the repeated pattern instead of it being a little more blurred together, you know? I could really just see the geometry of the pattern, and it was kind of, you know. But yeah, the Disney Princess TV was pretty sweet. That was a pretty pretty great setup. It was not a very large TV either. But yeah, so a friend of ours had that. Yeah, the Retro Tink, I have the 5X Pro, and I really like it. That's what we play the Famicom, the Super Famicom, Genesis, 64, and the Wii on. Actually, all those go through it. Yeah, that's right. Famicom Disk System, when we bust that one out. I wish I had a Game Boy player, and I'm considering getting a. So I have a Super Famicom. I don't have a Super NES anymore, but I was thinking about getting. We got to do this boss fight soon. Sorry, but I was thinking about getting a Super Game Boy 2 sometime. That was the one that released it. It was a Japan-only release, and they fixed like the whatever it was that was making the game run at a different speed, you know, for the original Super Game Boy. So I don't know. I'm curious about that. I came to the realization that, man, I have a handful of carts, but I don't have a crazy amount of Game Boy carts anymore. I tried to keep everything I had, but a couple were loaned out or lost along the way. And it made me wonder if you could play one of the, like, EverDrive carts or something off of it. I don't know, I'd be curious. Easily answered, but I haven't gotten around to asking it. Yeah. Quick search would take care of that. We did bust it out. Yeah, man. While we're hanging out, I might as well show off the... This is the Famicom that doesn't work anymore, sadly. My first one. It worked for 2 weeks. It was an AV model... I should say remodel. But they did it in a really interesting way by taking the RF switch output and replacing that with... You can hardly see it here, but it's with a... like a microphone jack. That is the new input, and they gave me this cable that was, yeah, microphone jack to, like, you know, plug in on one side, you know, or yeah, the like male part of that, and then connecting to the AV cables. It worked for about 2 weeks, and then the video started cutting out. I had to get another Famicom. You know what? The disk system has some stuff under. Oh, here it is. What the hell? Love this bad boy here. That's a hefty unit. I might be able to, Dustin. I'm thinking this place probably just did a quick... They probably just did a quick job on the AV conversion. Probably used like glue instead of solder or something, you know? I'm thinking it could be fixed. I do like the original Famicom a lot. Having the short controllers can be a problem sometimes, but you got to keep it close to you. You know, keep the Famicom close to your heart, because the controllers are really short. I did, Ichigo. Yeah, I did. I don't really understand was that like part of the labo or whatever? I'm trying to remember. That's right, Palpuck, about the... Yeah. Interesting about them adding a quartz crystal to fix the, fast clock, was it, beforehand? First version was fast? Is that how it went? I don't either. I'm confused, Ichigo. I watched... I think it was a labo thing. I don't know where the labo came from, and I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna fold a bunch of pieces of cardboard. That's for somebody else. But yeah, I don't get... Yeah. Shut up and disk system. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Famicom disc sucker. I'm a sucker for this system, absolutely. Well, with the Famicom disk drive, Dustin, or the Virtual Boy, yeah. I mean, I guess you're talking Virtual Boy, Labo Virtual Boy. Okay, right. So, Game Boy Player, yeah. And okay, so even the Game Boy Player for the GameCube had speed issues. Is that correct, or did you mean to say the first Super Game Boy? I've confused myself. Yeah, I knew that the Super Game Boys had those, you know, had the clocking issue. But yeah, that's interesting. Let's look before we do this boss fight. I got one more second. We might as well see what's up with this Labo. Labo Virtual Boy. Oh, no worries, Palpuck. Yeah, I was curious if it happened again. No problem. Yeah, okay. Let me let you guys in on this. Virtual Boy cardboard model for Nintendo Switch. Retails for $24.99. I don't... All right, we're looking at pictures. We've got a link here. It goes on your Switch. It goes on your Switch. And you stick your face up to it? As if it's the Virtual Boy? Right up on the Switch's screen? Jesus Christ, I thought the last one gave you headaches. I feel like I'm looking at Rob here too, you know? Like that's... Semi-doctor. Absolutely. Is that part of your, you know... Is that part of the, what is it, the Nintendo Switch Online service? You also get access to discounted, you know, eye exam. So, Nintendo is partnering with Lens Crafters to bring you the Virtual Boy cardboard model for Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. I didn't start into the, I didn't think about the... Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just a biometric scan. Ichigo, that's a retinal scan. Headaches and paper cuts, man. Yeah. I could see the 3DS having pulled that off. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah. So there's also that clock too. Does anyone have that? The Alarmo? When did they start putting O on the end of? I mean this genuinely. It's not. I'm not just like what is this? Always with the Labo and then. Well, there was quite a gamer hiatus for me where, although I was a huge Nintendo head growing up, there was a certain point when I stopped. I wasn't getting any of the new hype. I wasn't hearing about anything that was coming out. I think I only heard about the Wii U after the fact, after its release. I want to hear your review on the Alarmo, Dustin. I know it has some features where it can watch you and like it'll like change the music or add like a dynamic couple sounds or something as you're like rising or fighting or rolling over. I don't understand. It's all part of the Pokemon iHome package. All right, we'll fight this boss now, I suppose.
Excellent.
What else is there? Alarmo, Labo? All right, here we go. Dustin said it's in the box and will pretty much stay there. Wow. Man. I missed your comment, just like you just like that Alarmo misses having an owner that cares. What, man? You don't want the Nintendo alarm clock watching you wake up? Alright, let's talk to this. I guess I'll talk to her now. Let's save for the 1000th time.
There's secret holes that you go into.
You know, I suppose not every Nintendo product is... am I the intended demographic for on each of these? Although with that one, I don't know. I mean, at this point, they can sell to multiple generations since people have raised their kids after having been, you know, growing up on Nintendo games. You're gonna meddle in Team Aqua's affairs? You're either absolutely fearless, simply ignorant, or both. You're so cute, you're disgusting. I'll put you down, kitty. Let's go. Whoa, fierce look from Shelly here. Admin Shelly. Sending out Carvana. Can I get a yawn in? Sorry, lazy. Alright. No yawn for you. Might get Pine Sol involved? Nice.
Yes!
That one was a Palpuck name, a good one. Let's see. Don't have a fighting Pokemon. We ditched our Machamp. All right, this one let's see. This one could be a problem. See what we got. Swagger. Shoot, forgot about that. Well, we can't have Pinesaw hitting herself, so have I got a confusion? What would heal confusion? Oh, maybe a berry, huh? I can't remember. I don't think at this point Sriracha does. We got some options. We'll get through this, but yeah, I think we'll be able to, oh, 9 of these. Very nice. Wait, what? They can't eat it right now? Maybe I went to use or something, I don't know. There you go, finally. Get some health back. Oh, come on. Yeah, a lot of these are, we got a lot from Palpuck. Quick on the draw. Some good puns. You know what? We're probably pretty... I forget how Pursuit works. Yeah, anyway. Probably pretty strong right now, Pinesol. Attack. At least high attack. What would a quick attack do for us? Oh! Not everything. Sorry, Pinesol. That's okay. What you got, Sriracha? Thanks for hanging, Ichigo. Yeah, man. Thanks for chilling. Hope you have a good night. And See you next time. You streaming tomorrow?
Yes.
There we go. Easy. I just wanted to be a bit stubborn and try to stick with those first couple Pokemon if we could, but yeah. Yeah. Well, cool, Ichigo. Well, play it by ear, and if you're streaming, try to stop by, man. Hope you have a good night. See you next time. Shelly has been defeated. She laughs a lot, doesn't she? You're disgustingly strong. Love the giant curly hair, too. Some big hair.
We got it!
It's bad enough to have Team Magma blunder about, but now there's you. What makes you want to sniff around in our business anyway? We have a situation here. A Team Magma mob just passed the Weather Institute. They appear to be headed for Mount Pyre. Ooh. That name is, does not bode well. Mount Pyre. What? We can't waste any more time here. We have to hurry to Mount Pyre, too.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick.
Team Magma, just you wait.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Man, we're gonna have some Magma versus Aqua action. Thanks to you, we're safe. It might be an odd way of thanking you, but take this Pokemon. No, not odd at all. I'll take that any day. What is a cast form? I don't even know. What is that? Let's get a Pokemon. I'm happy with that. What is a cast form? I gotta... Oh, I love this music. Ruh-roh. What the f... Okay, what is... Alright, what do we learn here? Oh wait, where's the moves? Let's get that. Answers to cast form questions. It's an interesting sprite. Additional artwork. Better open that one in an incognito. No. It's okay. Just normal. Huh. Doesn't evolve into anything else? Doesn't evolve. That's such a funny design. What the heck? So strange. That's funny. Yeah, I think that artist was having some fun with that one. Cast form. And what are we going for with the name? I don't... Yeah, I noticed, you know, just a construct and all, but yeah, I noticed we're dealing with the, a male cast form here. It's certainly not a castrato, I'll tell you that much. I think I'll... We're getting some good names. I may have to try to name this one, yeah. We got some great ones. The Wonder Bro is pretty good as well, yeah. I like Wonder Bro. It's it can seem far enough removed, because we're just talking about how it's a male and it's a wondrous Pokemon, you know, like a right, Wonder Woman, Wonder Bro. I like that second, like the additional meaning here. That Pokemon changes shape according to the weather conditions. There are plenty of them in the Institute. Go ahead and take it. I was gonna name, the thought crossed through my mind to name it Balls with a Z, and I decided not to. The bro, absolutely. Well, I mean, that's part, of course, that's part of that, our current, you know, that's built into the pun, you know. Yeah. Rather than, it's one, I could see it being a great support Pokemon. A great support bro, in fact. This guy's been researching rain. Well, they're trying to enlist a mythical Pokemon to help them change the weather. I like how they won't let me back in this section either. After I just saved their hides. Uplifting Pokemon. I did. Ichigo, it was hard to not see. It was, yeah. Hard to miss, I should say. I gotta be careful with this series, you know, there's you start making some jokes about, you know, you go a little bit blue when it comes to Pokemon, and you get some real, I mean, you guys are great varieties of a weirdo, but you get a whole other class when you, reach a certain level of discourse that I don't, the whole world I don't really know much about, but it's out there. I wonder if we go outside, if there's anything happening. The bridge is probably unoccupied at this point, I would think. Oh, you're down here now. Yeah, saved your bacon. Yeah, it gets pretty wild, Ichigo, it does. Alright. And yet, look, the bridge is open. Another waterfall we gotta check out at some point. Oh, this is cool. Goodbye, Rebel. All I did was walk around in front of the boss for most of that rappel.
What do you know?
Hey, thank you guys for hanging. This is probably a good time to wrap it up. Man, this was good. Just to recap here, look real quick. We got a Trico, which, you know, it's been through some hard times today. Probably not my best friend at this point. I like Mega Drain as a move. I like a good Absorb or, you know, Mega Drain in a JRPG. You know, whenever you have the team with all the starters, it's a little bit cheap, but you know, it's my first time through the Hoenn game, so let's do it up. I remember being jealous. I didn't own Pokemon Yellow, and I got to play it for a little bit of a playthrough back in the day, but I don't think I got all the way through. Because I was just borrowing it, I think. And but yeah, you know, being able to have all the starters and Pikachu, I remember thinking that was that's the dream team, man. Yeah, sure, maybe there's a better, more balanced team, man, but that's the... But there's a level of cheapness to it, because those Pokemon rock. Alright. This was fun.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
We should, yeah, well, you know, it's like that's the thing about a lot of the starters. It seems like they're overall like above average Pokemon and can be, you know, they're not like, yeah, they're not going to be the top tier, but I think it's, they're good, you know. In a, I think especially, I only think about this stuff really in terms of a playthrough, you know, instead of competitive. Because I got nobody to battle. And I don't... I know that at this point, you know, it's not like you need link cables and everybody has to have a Game Boy, etc. Cartridges. You know, I know that there's all the, like... There's at least one, like, unofficial... What is it? Is it what is it I see? Like Smogon or something? Smogon, or maybe I'm thinking of something else, but there's like a couple of Pokemon battle simulators that are really popular out there, and sometimes I'll catch a video from one of them. And I remember thinking like, what is this? I don't understand what I'm seeing. Is it from a game? This is the first time seeing it, you know? And yeah, I guess there's a couple of websites with like some pretty robust like Pokemon battle simulations, and I've never been into the competitive side that much. Mostly because I suck. On that note, oh my god. Wow, that same music just got a whole lot louder on this page, huh? Alright, let's crank that down. A little too excited there, theme. Anyway, guys, happy Tuesday. This has been a fun one. I'm glad you guys came through. Thanks for doing what you can to support the stream. I appreciate everything you guys do. Just lurking, just watching the stream helps. But yeah, the likes, the subs, helps folks find it, and it helps me pay the bills. So thank you. We should do a little raid. Give me a second and I will find a target. You know, I do want to, let's see, at some point I do want to drop into someone else playing another Pokemon game. What we can do. You know what? MK is playing a little Hollow Knight right now. That could be fun. Let's go see that. My a buddy of mine is really into this game. I've seen him play just a bit, just a couple minutes, but yeah, I've always wanted to get around to it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go hang out with MK. All right, guys, give me a couple minutes. I'll get you over to MK. Thank you so much for hanging. Come back on Thursday. We're going to do some Wind Waker. I'm going to have a whole lot going on between a GameCube controller and a Tingle Tuner, but we're going to make it all work, and we're going to have a camera on the Tingle Tuner, so it's going to be fun. You guys should come through and check it out. Thanks again. I'm out, guys. Have a good night. See you next time. Thanks for chilling. That was fun.
I love the vibes here, dude.
What do you know? What do you know?
Let's get rid of suckers!